Hey guys, welcome back to the COP TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. I hope you enjoyed Hot Topics this morning with myself and Doyle. If you haven't listened to that, go ahead and do so now. This is a bit of a breaking news, to be honest. Get your likes and get your comments in on this potential transfer that Liverpool could be looking to make in the next few days as the window closes. Get your comments in and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I promise you, there's an unmissable match preview coming up on Thursday with Flex. But anyway, today's video is Liverpool. According to Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool have made an initial approach for Federico Chiesa as a possible option for the final days. Chiesa available on the market as Juve want to find a solution, and LFC made contact today. Apparently, according to Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool exploring the conditions of the deal as Chiesa would be keen on the Premier League move. Well, obviously, I actually don't understand. I mean, maybe a Juventus fan can tell me a bit more. I don't really understand what he's done to almost be exiled from the team and almost, have this massive cut price of what, 12 to 15 million we were hearing recently, a maximum of 20, which for a player, that everyone was after Euro 2020, which actually was in 2021, it almost seemed certain that he'd go on and reach the next level and, push for the Champions League, push for the league. But what has happened since has been a mix of really unlucky, bad luck with injury, and then also just out of form, well out of form. And he's gone to Juventus. It hasn't really worked out. Glimpses of the cool stuff under him and Ronaldo at the time, but it hasn't worked out for him. And he has been linked with every single club, big club, top 6 club in Europe, to be honest, and in the Premier League for sure. So, I mean, it surprises me. It really surprises me, this link. Look, we've seen people Photoshop Chiesa in Chelsea, United, Arsenal, City, Liverpool shirts, and we know how the internet reacts when it's rumours and people make welcome to Man United videos and then they sign for Liverpool, like Cody Gakpo. And we've had it done to us, obviously, Zubimendi, Bellingham, Caicedo, Lavia, all these guys. But I've never actually realistically thought this would be one that we go for. I mean, what does that say to Ben Doak, right, who, has been waiting for his chances? I'm not saying Ben Doak is better, by the way, than Federico Chiesa, but at the same time, do we really desperately need a right wing back up to Salah right now, knowing that any of our strikers or forward players can play in any of the positions across the front three, including right wing? Cody could play there, Luis Diaz has played there in the past, Jota's played there as well. Nunes can play left, so he could probably play right as well. But surely there's bigger priorities at the minute than signing another right winger or a winger in general when, really that's the one department where there's no complaints, especially in the last 2 years. So it's a difficult one to compute because obviously we need a centre-back still, I'd say. Who knows what's going to happen with Joe Gomez in the next few days. I really don't want him to leave, but we still need to add to that. Obviously, Sepp Vandenberg's gone now. Glaringly, we need a new 6 to bolster that. Obviously, we've started really well, but I still think if we were in for Zubimendi 3 weeks ago, just because Gravenberch has had 2 good games in the double pivot or the 6, the controlling kind of formation that Arne Slot likes to play with, we still need to, just because we wanted someone 3 weeks ago, doesn't mean now that after a couple of good games that we're saying, actually, we don't need anyone. Especially when you know that Stefan Bajcetic could still go on loan to Celta Vigo. So it's a difficult one to compute. So I'm asking you in the chat now, when this popped up, and it literally has just popped up, and it's led me to do a kind of breaking news video for you from Somerset, of all places. Nice to get out the cities of London and Liverpool and just breathe in a bit of that country air. But this is me setting up in the garden here. So this is a breaking news one. Fabrizio Romano has tweeted it. Let's go through the timeline, see what people are saying about it. Because, again, out of nowhere, this one, really. You know that meme from Gogglebox where the 2 guys say, oh, so everyone likes someone in uniform, but not a Nazi one, Chris. It's gone, oh, we need a new signing, but not Chiesa though, Chris. And it is a little bit like that. It is a little bit like that because out of nowhere it's happened. What does that tell you as a fan? Does that tell you that We're trying to, you know, chuck our head in the door. Any last minute deals, Chiesa, 20 mil, would you take it? I guess that's being proactive, and I guess that's using the time in the rest of the window in a good way because you're trying to sign someone. It looks like Mamardashvili is now passed his medical, by the way, and is at Valencia and will come to Liverpool next season. He's going to stay in Valencia. And I applaud the proactiveness of going out in the market and finding a little bargain, lastminute.com. But the question I've got for you is, where are the priorities right now? We all think and know that they're centre-backs and, you know, CDMs. But try and put yourself, I've been doing the Eric Ten Hag voice today too much. Try and put yourself in the shoes of a Richard Hughes, of a Michael Edwards, of a Arne Slot. Who's their priority now? Because it's clear now that Liverpool are interested in making some moves and, you know, trying to move the needle a little bit in the next few 5-6 days. But is this the priority? Is this what we thought they'd be going out for first? Is there still another plan? Is there still works being done with a centre-back, with a CDM target? I don't know. It's just listen, the player's a good player. Injury-free, which again hasn't been that much. Obviously, we know he's got a left foot, right foot, can play left or right wing. People are saying at the right price this is a no-brainer. And I hear that, right? You know, there's a sixth forward option there, can play in all positions. Attacking depth, if it even needed adding, would be sorted, right? Firmly sorted. But apparently he ranks in the top 5 for shot creating actions, 4.79 per 90 in the Serie A last season. Top 3 for carries in the opposition's penalty area. A winger who can have a big threat in the final third. You know, he's obviously interested in the Prem. Obviously he would be. Of course he would be. There's already Evertonians going, he'd be mad to turn down Barcelona for Liverpool, a team that clearly win nothing for years. Okay, and what about yourself? Yeah, 28 years. 29 years. And then someone saying, if you're turning your nose up at Chiesa, you're incredibly picky. This is one of Europe's premier wingers in the last 4 or 5 years. A player who was being touted for 100 mil and a couple transfer windows ago to be our 6th choice winger. That's the thing that I don't like, though. That he was 400 million 4 years ago after the Euros. And now you can get him for a cut price at 15 to 20 mil. Something's not right there. We know he's had a lot of injury issues, and again, you wouldn't want to point the finger at someone because of their injury issues. He's worked past them. He still had a decent season last year for Juve. But why is he on the cheap so much? Why does no one else want him? And why are we going for him when there's bigger fish to fry, as Robbie would say, in the maybe defensive and midfield areas? So I don't know, it's a tough one. Would I say yes to it for the right price? Yes. Again, the injury is a big worry of mine, though. The injury record. Is he my first choice signing in the last few days of the window? Absolutely not. Definitely not. Until an hour ago, I had no idea about this link. But it seems legit. Obviously seems legit now. Are we overhyping it, though? Is Liverpool really interested? Is this a play? Are they only going in to check the price? Is it a bit of window shopping? We know we like to do that. But are they actually going in there and going 20 mil? No? Okay, we're not interested then. Is it one of them? Or is it we're really interested? And whose vision is that? Is that a Michael Edwards transfer? Is that a Richard Hughes? Is that an Arne Slot? There's a lot of questions. More questions than answers, actually, for this one. Because, like I said, it's just come out of nowhere. So if you know more about it, let us know. Do you think it's a good signing? Do you think Liverpool should look in other areas? I mean, me personally, we should be looking elsewhere before we look to Chiesa. Let me know if I'm right, if I'm wrong in the chat, and then we'll go from there. Weird one, though. Really strange transfer. If it does happen, cool, but that would surely mean, if that happens, there's going to be more because of the areas that we've already identified. And if it doesn't happen, you'd still like to think there'd be more action whatever happens now, because you've shown your cards to the world. Liverpool are interested in doing some business, so let's hope it's one of them, if not both. And let's see if we can get him and a few more. But again, confusing rumour, this one. I just don't think Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes, with a data-driven approach to going out for players, look at this with the data and go, yeah, that's our man. I could be wrong. Go and prove me wrong. But let's also identify the other areas in the last few days. Now, I've just heard that Manuel Ugarte might even be around for Sunday's game against Liverpool for United. That is an improvement up to Casemiro, who I doubt plays or maybe gets a last minute move away from the club if he comes in. I'm not sure, but obviously we've got United on Sunday. You know, we have to smash them. We have to get through this one and win. Arne Slot, what a big sign and warning that would be to everyone else if in his third game he goes there and wins. But anyway, listen, I'm asking you about Federico Chiesa, the Italian winger. Sign, little bit of interest and move on? Or do you think that's it for Liverpool's interest in anyone? Or do you think this is the start of maybe a busy few days for Liverpool? We did hear last week that there's going to be a bit of a frantic rush for Liverpool at the end of the window, but I didn't think it would start off like this. But anyway, let me know. Federico Chiesa in the chat. Good, bad, indifferent, and who else do we need still? Subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I'll keep you updated with this one, and if there's anything else, I'm going to, trust me, I'm going to be doing breaking news videos for you and get my opinion out there as soon as possible, as soon as I hear this stuff. So yeah, man, yeah, I'll see you on Thursday with Flex, and if anything happens before then, I'll be back. But Federico Chiesa, tutto bene? Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed this, make sure you check out the rest of the channel too. There's other stuff you'll enjoy for sure.
Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the COP TV.
The voice of football's most famous
dads. Come on.